But tonight we're going to talk about, last week we talked about the mind game of losing weight and getting fit. And you might say, Ellen, why are we talking about the mind game again? Haven't we talked about that enough? And my question to you is, have we? No. Have we talked about the mind game? No, we haven't talked about it enough, because if you don't have the right attitude, if you don't have the determination, you are not going to have a healthy lifestyle forever. Do you hear the F word I just said to you guys? Forever. Not like I can do this for a month. Oops, I don't want to do it anymore. Forever. So, how are we going to get it? We don't realize this, but our subconscious plays a lot of factors in what we do in our lives. You know, our subconscious is saying, you know what? I'm going to gain the weight back. No, I am. And then you get a couple pounds back and you go, see, I knew I would. And then what good is that kind of attitude? What you got to say is, you know what, I've gained some weight back. I'm going to get back in the saddle. And you know, we're so easy to look at people with anorexia and bulimic and saying, you know, they've got something wrong with their heads. You know, they're a little, you know, something's got off, chemical, emotional, mental, whatever. Anyone who has a little bit of a weight problem, and I don't just mean 3 or 4 pounds, anyone who they're overweight, it's in their head. We think we're making up for something that is missing in our lives. You know, I don't have, you know, what I thought I would have, so I'll eat and that'll make me happy. Or I'm so mad at this person, I'll show them and eat a key lime pie. Or I feel under so much stress. That's all I hear about from everyone is stress. And I say to you, I've been a stress eater and it only got me in trouble. So what we really need to do is break the patterns of behavior that we've learned. We learned growing up, bad phone call, give me the chips. Oh, I get up in the morning, someone brought in a dozen donuts. Any of you who work in an office, and I'm back in that office now, everybody, and what they do is, all there is a cornucopia of food, cookies, cake, and you work at a big place, it's always somebody's birthday, always. And what you do is you're brave pretty much. You go, oh, I'm not going to eat any of those donuts the first time you walk by. By the 14th time, you're going, wow, they look really good. The thing is, and you might say, Ellen, it doesn't work. It does work. It does work. You say, those have been sitting out there for an hour, and Jane over in accounting has got a really runny nose. I have no idea if Jane over in accounting reached over that box. It works! I've been doing it for 2.5 years, and I've only had one donut, and that was on Christmas. It works. All right, whatever works for you. Or what you say to yourself is, you know what? I could eat that whole box of donuts if I want. I'm not indigent. I could take my purse, open my wallet, drive to Dunkin' Donuts and buy 10 dozen donuts. I can eat as many donuts as I want. I just choose not to. Victory and choice, free will. I'm not going to have a donut. That's what we have to do, break that chain. Because usually what you do is you have that one donut and you go, well, forget it, I blew it anyway, might as well have the I can't even think of a name of a donut. See how long it's been since I had them? A jelly-filled one now. We need to break the chain. Here's what I never got from Weight Watchers, that every day when I sat there, I used to say, why don't they talk about why we're fat? All we talk about is calories and fat grams, and I want to talk about why. I want to dredge up every bad thing that happened in my life, deal with it, and go forward. That's what we're trying to do here at Pray It Off. And you might say, well, Ellen, I don't have any depression. All right, but just listen when we go over that unit, and maybe someday when you feel like you're getting depressed, you'll say, I'm turning this over to Jesus. Or you might say, well, Ellen, I'm really not under any stress. I don't know who you might be, because I think life is stress, you know? But the thing is, we need to look at these things like, one of the things that I'm going to write a blog about it, but I'll hit on it a little bit tonight, is people who say, you know, I'm just too busy for diet and exercise. too busy. I have a problem with the B word because back in the day when I had Vincent, a best friend, not just a acquaintance, a best friend. You know, I call up, oh, I had a baby, great, great, that's wonderful. Never heard from her again. Sent out the baby announcement, nothing, you know. A couple months went by, I left her a message, hey, you know, you want to see the baby, blah, blah, blah. Time went by. Finally, 6 months later, my phone rings. She goes, I've been meaning to see the baby, but I've been so busy. And my first reaction was, she was too busy for me. Too busy for me, for my baby. And I vowed at that time that I would never say, oh, I'm sorry, I was too busy. I might say, it's been a little crazy. I'll use every word I can. A little hectic, but I hate to use the B word because what we need to do when we are too busy is realize that our health helps us be busy. If I wasn't in good shape or didn't have eating healthy and still weighed in the 300s, how could I walk to work? How could I go up the 3 flights of stairs? I need to make eating right and exercising a priority so I can be busy. So that's why I say, let's talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit more about being busy because I'm one of those people that the night before, my outfit is all laid out. I've tried on the blazer and the pants to see if they coordinate. I know what earrings I'm going to wear because I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get everything in that I have to get in. So whatever it takes to get organized, whatever it takes to plan, that's what we need to do so we don't be too busy.